Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just a quick video about which device has the best audio. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about the speakers, I'm talking about the audio through either a headphone jack or the USB Type C port. Now, this is something I've noticed lately with a lot of reviews because I watch a lot of phone reviews because, I enjoy them and I learn things from other reviewers and content creators, as you would say. And the one thing that I don't hear really nobody talking about is how does the audio sound? Now, they speak about the dual stereo speakers, how they sound, but really no one talks about when they put their headphones in, what they sound like, or their buds or whatever. Nobody talks about the audio. Now, I believe a reason for that is probably because no real premium phones, the newer ones, have headphone jacks anymore. So I guess that's the reason why they don't even bother. But just because a device don't have it, headphone jack doesn't mean that it can't have good quality audio. But I will say a headphone jack makes the sound, makes everything sound even better, especially if it's, has a quad DAC or something like that, 32-bit hi-fi quad DAC. But just real quick, I'm going to try to make this quick. I have 6 devices here, and these are the 6 best devices with, as far as audio is concerned, not the dual stereo speakers, because all of them have that, but I'm talking about just from the audio when you stick your either headphones in the headphone jack or either in the USB Type C port. But real quick, let me say this to everyone that commented on my last video that I did about the S23, that wished me well, with my health and everything. And, there was many that was saying they was glad that I was back putting out, new content. I just want to let y'all know, how much I appreciate what you all said. When I read those comments, with so many people wishing me well and that I get better, it almost brought me to tears, honestly. I was very moved by the compassion that you showed me, and I appreciate it. I really, really do. May God bless and keep each and every one of you. And, I'll definitely pray for you and your family as well, and wishing you great health in another new year. Excuse me. Because, last year, I'm sure all of you had some challenges. I know I had, I started this new year, not being well, but, I am getting better, because if I wasn't better, there would be no possibility for me to even make this video. So I'm definitely on the mend. So once again, thank you, each and every one of you, for your well wishes. God bless you. All right, so let's talk about these phones real quick. Now we got the OnePlus 8 Pro, the LG V60, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 11 Pro, the Vivo X Fold, the Mi 11 Ultra, and the ROG 5. All of these devices have great audio. I'm telling you, they really do. Okay? But there is one that is the best. Now, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. But I have all 6 of these devices, and I know, which one sounds best to me. Now, if you have all 6 of these, let me know in the comment section, and you tell me what you think. All right? Now, let me just talk about each of them really quick. First, the OnePlus 8 Pro. It really shocked me because OnePlus was never known for having good audio, because all the previous OnePlus phones that I had, the audio was trash. I'm sorry, it just wasn't good. Wasn't good at all. I did not enjoy the audio on any OnePlus device prior to this one. But I must say, when I plugged in my Panasonic wired headphones into the OnePlus 8 Pro, I was very impressed by how good the sound was. And it was, it was great sound with the highs, the mids, and the lows. Now, let me say this real quick too. I'm not an audiophile, so I'm not no audio expert. I just know what sounds good to me. So, OnePlus 8 Pro definitely impressed me with the audio. Now, there's no headphone jack, but the audio really through the USB type C port, and of course I use the adapter, sound really, really good. Next up is the LG V60. Now I know, especially y'all that that own the LG phone, and you know that the premium devices had that 32-bit hi-fi quad DAC. You already know that the sound that comes out of the LG V60 or any LG phone that had a hi-fi quad DAC sounds absolutely amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Now let me say real quick, with this, some people have tried to quote unquote tell me that, oh, you're never going to really hear a difference unless you use high impedance headphones. That is not true. It is not true. Okay, I've used the same headphones on the LG V60 and then use it on other devices, and the sound was always different. Okay, I don't have any high impedance headphones, but I have, some decent sounding headphones, but I can hear the difference between these devices and the LG V60. Okay, I can hear the difference. So you can say what you want to say. All right, so let me move on. But anyway, the sound that comes out of LG V60, absolutely phenomenal. Redmi Note 11 Pro, this has a headphone jack. Now, the LG V60, of course, has a headphone jack too, but the Redmi Note 11 Pro has a headphone jack. So what? And it has 24-bit high-res audio. So when I put my headphones in there, the sound is great. Now, that's a budget phone, but that headphone jack, accompanied by that 24-bit hi-fi res, did not sound like no budget device. Not at all. Great audio through that headphone jack. ROG5, the Asus ROG5, 24-bit high-res audio too, 2 built-in amplifiers. Sound on here is crazy. I mean, it's really good. I mean, really phenomenal. And keep in mind, this is a gaming phone. So this is beast. Everything on here is beast mode. Pretty much everything. Great audio. Mi 11 Ultra. No headphone jack. Now, these are the only 3 that has headphone jacks. The ROG5, the LG V60, and the Redmi Note 11 Pro. Those are the only 3 devices that had headphone jacks. All the rest of them don't. Mi 11 Ultra, no headphone jack, but the 24-bit high-res audio on here sounds great as well. Really, really impressive. And of course, you could adjust the sound, with the equalizer and things like that. Then you have the Vivo X Note, 24-bit high-res audio. Once again, great sound through the USB Type-C port. So all of these, you're going to get really hi-fi quality sound through the USB Type-C port or the headphone jack. But which one has the best audio? Well, let me first say which one comes in at number 2. And that's going to be the Asus ROG5. I'm telling you, the sound that comes out of this headphone jack is amazing. I mean, my goodness, so powerful. So powerful. I love it. Okay? Very, very impressive. But the number 1, like, the sound is just so different than anything on this table. This is a close second. I mean, really coming in at second. Very impressive. But this phone just stands out from all other devices on this table. The sound is just absolutely amazing. I think y'all probably know which one I'm talking about. That's going to be the LG V60 with that 32-bit hi-fi quad DAC. Headphone jack. Listen, this thing is ridiculous. When it comes to sound out of the headphone jack, you ain't gonna find no better out there right now than this. And this device, I believe, is either 3 or 4 years old. When it comes to audio, like if you just want to hear great quality audio, this is the phone you want. Even if you don't use it for nothing else except audio, this is the phone, I'm telling you. Even when I hook this up in my car, I can hear the difference. This thing, when it comes to audio, look, The dual stereo speakers on here are already amazing, but that 32-bit hi-fi quad DAC on here is no joke. It's beating everything on this table. The only one that comes in a close second is the ROG 5. But this one still sounds better. When it comes to the highs, the mids, the lows, it's just everything is just perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced and just sound awesome. And this is what I did. I have a pair of headphones called MPOP, something like that, but it's not a name brand, headphone. And I like, they're cheap. I didn't pay even $100 for them. So they're not high impedance or anything like that. But I said, you know what? I just want to see if it's going to sound different with this. And because these are my two favorite. So I plugged in the ROG 5. Sounded good. I'm like, oh, okay, that's still sounding good quality. And I was impressed. But when I plugged those headphones into this, I noticed the difference immediately. I'm like, whoa, oh my goodness, this phone is incredible. To make these $50 or $60 headphones sound this good, my God, if they sound this good, I can only imagine what some Bose or Heisens. Well, I don't know all those really $1,000 because I ain't paying $1,000 for no headphones. But anyway, y'all know the real expensive one, the high impedance one that you pay a few hundred for. If this cheap set of headphones sound, this quad DAC made it sound that good, I can only imagine what some real high impedance headphones, would sound like plugged into this device right here. And I went back and forth. I went back into this again. And then I went back to this. I'm like, nah, these are number one. And I tested all of these. Wasn't nothing touching the LG V60 when it comes to audio. And this is the only one that comes with a 32-bit hi-fi quad DAC. Everything else on this table, 24-bit hi-fi res, 24, 32-bit hi-fi quad DAC. See, this is the kind of audio that Samsung should be putting in their phones. And I believe, now, like I said, these are all good, honestly. These are all good. But when you're spending over $1,000, this is what, as far as audio, this is what should be in those top tier devices. This kind of technology right here. You're going to be talking about $12, $13, $18, $2,000 for a device. It should have a 32-bit hi-fi quad DAC in it. Period. So LG is still the best device when it comes to audio through the headphone jack. There ain't nothing touching this. I'm sorry. Even to this day, as old as that phone is, ain't nothing touching that. And these are all good. Like I said, the ROG 5 comes the closest, but just the overall quality of this hi-fi quality, it's just different. I'm telling you, it's different. So thank you all for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. Hope everybody out there is staying safe, staying well, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.